but I know I can't ever look like you.
No, because you're going to look like you.
It's just challenging.
It is challenging, and you're going through it.
Are we going to be modest or sexy today?
We're going to be sexy.
As we should.
Okay, are we in it? Are we in
Of
the
course.
podcast already?
We're in it.
Hi,
I
Lee.
wanted to sing you. Oh, hi, Liz.
You want to sing? Okay,
I
go
wanted
ahead.
to sing you a song.
Oh, that's
you ready?
not a good. No.
No, it's going to be fast.
Okay, go.
Think of it as a jingle.
Oh God, this is
Here we go.
worse. This is gonna be worse. Ready? Go.
October, October, the best month of the year. October, October, the best month of the year. October. Did you ever do that in elementary school?
Thank God, no.
Yeah.
No, I never did that. But why is it the best month of the year?
Because it's Menopause Awareness Month.
And we all have been talking about menopause, especially you,
Yeah.
Miss Perry.
Perry.
I'm gonna call you Perry. Miss Perry.
Not
yes,
to the
she's
name,
right
but-
at it. 45, right on the dot of perimenopausal.
Okay, when you were growing up,
Yes.
'cause now you're all grown up.
I'm grown up.
Was there perimenopause?
I didn't even know what menopause
Right.
was. Are you kidding me? I couldn't
Not
know.
growing up, when you were 30, 40.
No.
There was no-
Perimenopause, I
it's like
swear,
trendy.
I think it came in last August. I mean, honestly, I don't think that's been a word. Now, I'm sure it has in the medical community, but, until recently, menopause hasn't been a name or a word in any community.
Right.
I doubt even in the medical community for very long.
Mm-hmm.
They would talk about it and go, well, that's what's going to happen. You go,
Because
what?
we're women and nobody studies us.
Yeah, and nobody cares. So, but now apparently they're studying women.
We're on the train.
And women's menses and lack
hate that
thereof. So how is it going with you, Perry?
I don't know. Let me look you up and down. How's it going for you?
Well, menopause. This is a big deal, and I'm so glad.
What are you? Like, what's after menopause?
Heaven. I'm in heaven. No, menopause for me it was one hot flash.
Yep.
I was very fortunate, and I think we put ourselves in paths of fortune. The doctor that delivered my daughter ran to me in an elevator one day, and he said, "What are you doing with your menopause situation?" I was 51.
Okay.
And I said, "I'm not in menopause." And he laughed. He goes, "Well, come in and see me." He took me off the birth control pill I was still on because, as many women say, "Oh, I'm still having my period. I'm not in menopause." Girl, you're 50 years old. Let's wake up. And so the minute I got off of the birth control pill, which has estrogen in it, as we all know, and it blocks testosterone and does all the things that makes your body think that you're pregnant so you won't get pregnant. God knows why I thought I needed it at 50. But anyway, got off of it, went to the beach with my friends, was sitting at dinner with my ex-husband and some really good friends, and everything turned to water. Like, I had a hot flash from hell. I mean, it went from the top of my head, dripped down into my socks. I mean, not that I was wearing them, but you know what I'm saying? It was like wet waterfall stuff.
Yummy.
And I went, noted. I'll never have that again. And guess what? I've never had one again.
Congratulations.
Yeah. And you know why?
Why?
Because I
We all
went
know.
right back to that guy who had delivered my daughter, and he was in some real cutting edge studies and had written a book on menopause. I was like, a book? There's a book on menopause? And I started doing HRT, which is hormone replacement therapy.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody wants to have hot flashes and all those sort of things. But to give it a real Cliff Notes moment here, what's going on the outside of your body during menopause, meaning maybe hair loss, maybe sweating, night sweats, all those things, is the tip of the iceberg of what's going on the inside of your body, which
think
is
that's important.
heart health, organ health, bone health, health. And so
Right.
now that I'm 70 and I've been on hormone replacement for almost 20 years, 19 years, I'm in the best shape of my life.
Indeed you are.
I think that's all we got to say.
No, but that's really true. And I think the most important part of what you said was we're suffering symptoms.
Yes.
And so that's where all the chatter is. Let's stop the hot flashes. Let's stop the night sweats. Let's stop the middle body weight gain, the whatever. When in reality, what I would like to hear more of, and I guess that will take more time and more research and more money, et cetera, is all the internal things, the more important part. Like, yes, it's uncomfortable to have those hot flashes and how we look and externalize, but the interior health of our body and how we're going to support health until we do die. That's what I want to
Right.
hear. So yes, Menopause Awareness Month. You are now 70 years old, in better shape, you say and believe, than you were in your 40s. So tell me more.
I'll tell you why, and we'll go back. We'll also go backwards and give you some information. But I'm going to. This is me personally. So I have a really great doctor that is constantly. She's very. She wants to find things wrong with me. She's like, I know there's something here. I'm not on anything like statins, that sort of a thing. Why? Because of my heart health. Now, let's all remember, if you hadn't heard the podcast before, my dad died of a massive heart attack at 62. Lots of heart disease, all that stuff in my family. So for me not to have to take anything for that, yes, it is my workout. And we're going to talk a lot about the working out aspect. But equally to that is also, I'm not sure if it's equally, I really don't know that dynamic. I know that working your body out, pushing your body to its edge here at Hilliard Studio Method, getting your heart rate to that perfect place, that's helping my heart. I know that.
Right.
But the other thing that's helping my heart is the, I'm going to guess it's estrogen. It could be progesterone. It could be testosterone. But I think that they all work together. But I think it's mostly the estrogen, which is not a lot because I don't have a period or any of those things. But that keeps my heart, I believe, according to my doctor, so that it's really healthy. And I hope I don't keel over in here. But I think, knock on wood, things are going well. I'm not on any drugs for that.
Which is incredible to not be on medication. Is, I think, everybody's goal. I mean, you feel your best self, and I'm glad that we have things to make us feel better if we do have any issues, but we live in a preventative healthcare society, not preventative, a diagnostic healthcare society.
I was going to say, I wish we did.
I wish we did. To flip that coin instead of feeding the drug industry because we have all these problems and now they get to fix them with all these drugs. It's where are we in the mix of preventative medicine so that we are not a drag on our healthcare society, and more importantly, that we feel good. And
Right.
I think coupled with balanced hormones, with self-care as far as, stress and cortisol levels, therefore sleep, nutrition, and the workout, no wonder you are in better shape at 70 than 40.
And it's the truth. And I want you guys to go back and listen to Dr. Liz Moran's.
Yes.
When we did our podcast last year at some point about that. She's going to give you sort of more of a breakdown on this stuff. But yeah, I am definitely, oh gosh, I still remember being 40. I was still modeling there, weirdly enough. I was at the very end of my sort of modeling career. And I remember coming off of one of the I was on a trip doing some work. And I came on, I was having heart palpitations. It was from my diet. It was from eating like non-fat, stuff like that. So, I mean, I was doing all the wrong things from my body. I was relying on my genetics, which that works to a certain extent. And then you have to really then learn more about nutrition, started taking care of myself that way. And then I also started working out. It was the beginning of me starting to work out after I'd been an athlete as my young self.
Perfect trifecta.
Yeah.
I do think strong is the new sexy, right? I think people understand building strength and the reasons why to not, necessarily have a six-pack or cut muscles. We always say that looks and feels really nice, but really to move about your day in functional wellness.
Right.
And what I'm a little concerned about is aided by drugs like Ozempic.
Right.
That I think at the initial outset really help people get to a better baseline health. But then like this rapid weight loss beyond that I'm starting to see that makes me a little scared without supplementing healthy habits like resistance training for bone density.
Honestly,
so
yes.
I understand more than some people, the discomfort in my body when I am not what I feel is skinny. It is a massive struggle I have in my head. It is on repeat. It is I am short. It is I am in fitness. Why is my body changing in ways that I don't like? So I get the want to feel slim.
Right.
That is a want that I have. I do know the importance and how good I feel with this workout. But I just hope that as we start to understand these weight loss drugs a little better, that people will continue to partner with resistance training.
Well, let's unpack that just for a second before you go. There's a plethora of reasons you're uncomfortable with, because you look at her and you're like, what is she uncomfortable about? But with your body image.
Yep.
And that's societal.
Right.
The weight loss drugs are an incredible thing for people that need them. For people that don't need them, can be not an incredible thing. If you want to live long and be healthy, you're going to have to strength train.
Right.
That is the fountain of youth. I'm going to say that straight up before I talk about hormones or anything. And I'm talking about, if you're just running, you're going to need to do some strength training. If you're just doing yoga, you need to do more strength training. Yes, gravity is doing resistance to your body and all of the movements of your body, but you need to specifically pick up something that is your body is resisting doing.
Right.
And that is going to increase not only your heart strength, your bone strength, your skeletal muscle strength. It's going to increase your longevity, and they've already proven it. But that said, you know, you're at the point where your hormones is at 45.
Yeah.
And you are, and I'm glad going to a doctor about all this. You're in the throes of it, and it's not something you can turnkey or take a pill and just go, oh, I feel better already. How great, how great. It's sort of a trial and error. And plus,
that's frustrating.
You're not going like, now I'm in menopause. You're like, it's going like that. And so it's a constant readjust. It's a constant readjust. I'm really glad we're doing all this research on women's health, but at the same time, women are still our best advocates. There's still misinformation out there. If your doctor is telling you that you're going to get breast cancer because you're doing hormones, and you know, just check with another doctor. Check with many people. Yes, some people might be prone, and that's true. And I don't want to just make that one assumption that nobody is. But there's so much from that 1990s women's health study that is still lingering in the medical community.
Right.
I mean, it's definitely in the public, but the medical community is still sort of thinking that way too.
Right.
We're getting better, but not all the doctors are on board. So you're having to navigate this, you personally.
Right. I mean, there was a recent article out about our two times in our lives where we aged kind of exponentially, and it was 44 years old and 60 years old. And I, before that study, have just been feeling like, my God, from 44 to 45 has been a very big change for me. Specifically, it has been weight distribution and hanging on to weight when I could maintain prior with the workout and a generally nutritious diet. And now it's like, whoa, I have to make bigger changes that maybe I don't want to. And that's uncomfortable. And the whole part of trial and error really fucking pisses me off.
Yeah.
Honestly. I mean,
fun.
I think that's so hard to try something for how long, and we fluctuate so much in so many different ways. How do we know what is helping?
Right.
And so to stay the path is what I'm working on, and to take the supplements and the different things that my doctor has suggested, I need to set myself up a little better for success. I mean, we're the worst at taking care of ourselves first. I'm very bad at that.
But you've got to get.
But I've got to.
You have to. And this is the thing we talk about all the time. And you just got to get. You've got to do it.
Yeah.
Nobody else is going to do it. And who's going to be there for you? You've got to be there for other people. You've got to be there for you first. And I think you're doing that. And I hear your frustration a lot. And I do empathize completely with it. I created this workout when I was 51 years old.
Yeah.
Simultaneously, lucky for me, I also started my HRT at 51. This all happened on the same, few months. I saw a massive change in my body within a year. But even in the first 3 or 4 months of this workout, the strength training element of it blew my mind. And it also made me feel better.
Right.
You've been doing the workout, though.
Right.
Your body is like, okay, I've got the strength training aspect down.
Yeah.
Yours now is you got to get to the hormone part.
Right.
And to the nutritional part. It's time to readjust our thinking. And mine, I told you this when I turned 70. I felt another adjustment. There was an adjustment.
A shift, right.
A shift. And sometimes when I was like 52 or 58 or something, you'll pay attention to your body. Listen to your body. Your body is your doctor. It will take care of you. It does not want to be sick. It wants you to feel better. And when your body is feeling malnourished, you're going to listen to that and you're going to do what you need to do. You probably need an adjustment, not just in hormones, maybe in what you're consuming.
Exactly.
But it's not like, oh, I've got to restrict myself, restrict, because that's not fun. And that's not life.
No, and I know that we know that fueling your body is the best way to increase metabolism and muscle tone and fat burn. And, I'm going to stay the course. I mean, I do know from the first blood work that I did that those numbers put me directly in the middle of perimenopause. What I struggle with is being kind to myself even. And that's just who I am.
And it's also like your happy hormones are not that happy anymore, which is hard. It's that, rolls on top of each other thing. But just with the knowledge of that.
Right.
So what are you going to do that gets your happy hormones? Okay, that's a silly term, but
no, it's not.
It's the way to put it, like I need to feel better about myself. Mm-hmm. So whatever that is, you've got to identify it in yourself and try to do it. Find ways to do it. Mm-hmm. I know it's hard hanging out with me sometimes because I love to eat, and I'm I drink wine, and it's an adjustment right now for you. I think your body is doing a beautiful job in perimenopause, but I do know it's bothering you.
Yeah.
And so
100%.
We hear you guys too that are coming in the studio. We've got you on the workout and the strength training. The nutritional aspect is key, but I want to tell you equally to that, and I've actually had a doctor tell me this, equally to that is your balance of hormones.
Yes. I think the balance part is really important because generally when I hear women talk about what hormones they've been put on, I always hear estrogen and maybe progesterone and not as much testosterone. And I just know from hearing you speak, like those three have to be balanced. So just to, in those discussions with your doctor.
Right. Talk to your doctor because right now, if you're not in perimenopause or menopause, you have those three things.
Right.
All women have testosterone. I was under the impression that women didn't have any testosterone. I thought that was a boy hormone, but we do. And estrogen has a lot to do with that making, and I don't know the science behind it, but again, Liz Moran can talk to you on the podcast we made, but we need our testosterone for our bone strength, for our muscle strength, and for our mental acumen as well. And it's not just one thing. You've got a lot of bodybuilders just pumping in the testosterone or whatever, the HGH, whatever they can get a hold of. Good for them if they can do all that stuff and live through it, but what we need for all that bone health and strength and pretty body composition is to have all of those. And that's where your doctor is going to talk to you, and you're going to talk to your doctor because we are not even qualified to talk about that.
No, all we have is our experiences.
Right. But what I can tell you about mine, what I do is have the pellets of the testosterone and the estrogen put right underneath the skin surface, and then I orally take a progesterone because the progesterone balances out the estrogen. Now, I think the difference is also the testosterone. My workouts started becoming more it's better. Effective, thank you. When I started doing this HRT treatment, because I actually had the ingredients to cause the muscles to do what they're supposed to do. I saw my body from 51 to say 55 completely change again. Yeah. Now, I didn't weigh any different. There was no real weight change. I've always weighed around 130 to 135, but I went from like a solid size 6 to a solid size 4. That's a big deal when you've always been one size. And I hate that I actually said those sizes. No, because some people are like, well, yeah, that's you. But I have a fortunate draw on the genetics that I don't gain weight real easily. I mean, I've been up to 145, close to 150 before, but I can maintain with basic stuff around between 130 and 140. And so if you've got a 5'9" frame and you weigh about 135 to 140, and you've got your muscles working and you've got all the good things, and meaning my abdominal strength is there, and my abdominals were flatter because I did not have the high cortisol. I did not have the extra, I had the balance of the hormones, so I could actually flatten my abs with my own workout. So for me to say my size is kind of embarrassing because I'm never wanting to say that. But
Well, I think the point about size is it doesn't matter what
It
those
doesn't.
numbers are.
Yeah.
That's really important
Yeah.
because height, distribution,
Right.
genetics, all those things are really different. But it's when you have a change
Mm-hmm.
and how that makes you feel. I mean, I've gone up one, and
yeah,
fuck it, sizes are so
Right.
annoying because every brand is gonna. What is that called? Like vanity sizing and stuff.
Exactly.
Like, I don't even know what
the more
those
money you
numbers
spend on
mean.
clothing, the smaller your size is. I'm like a size 0 in like Oscar de la Renta or something. Yeah, and you're like the same. So it's just funny.
It's not funny. It's actually
Yeah.
awful.
Again,
because
this is a societal norm that is
Exactly.
it's in us.
It's
and
in
we
us.
look at we go and that's why I don't like I'm a size 6 or whatever.
because
I am.
you're not. You're a person
yeah.
with a shape.
Right.
And so when that shape changes as we age, what do we do with that? Is
Right.
it supposed to be? Do I feel good about that? You know, as a pillar of the fitness community, like you're an inspiration, but I know I can't ever look like you.
No, because you're gonna look like you.
It's just challenging.
It is challenging, and you're going through it. No, I get it. I mean, and I wish I'd actually done the stuff you're doing at 45, because I was going through it, didn't know I was going through it. I
Right.
was just like, why do I have this fat belly? What is going on with my body? I feel saggy. I feel tired. I remember being so tired.
That's a huge one. I feel
Yeah.
like I've never been able to take a
Yeah.
nap even if I tried.
Right.
You know, like, oh, I didn't sleep well, and so today I'm gonna use this time to take a nap. Like I couldn't. And now I don't feel like I can get through a lot of days without taking a nap.
Right.
Like I have to.
Right.
And so
Again, listen to your body. Your body needs
right.
that.
But it's so interesting because it's like we're chasing this fountain of youth, but we're aging and trying to listen to our body. So it is this conundrum
Yeah.
of
Okay, I want to say something about that.
I know you do.
I'm not chasing the fountain of youth.
Okay.
I'm chasing the fountain of health. Yes, I'm vain. Yes, I wear makeup. Yes, I love nice clothes. Yes, I love being this size. But it is not about trying to be young. It is about being healthy. Why do I tell my age, for God's sakes? Why don't I lie? I could lie. And probably people would believe me sometimes. But I want you to be healthy at your age. It's hard when you've got in your head, I have to look a certain way. I get that. Because I've had that. I mean, we were laughing the other day. Like, you look at my old pictures, and when I was a model, even though I was 5 minutes off of a photo shoot, going, I don't look that good. No, you don't. You don't have the makeup on, right? Anyway, vanity is a double-edged sword. It can help you get to health, and it can also turn you backwards. So we can't let it flip us back and say, I just wish I was younger. I wish I looked younger. You can tell the women and men that are chasing the youth rabbit. And it shows with what's on their face, how their body composition is. And I think until you accept your own beauty in your body, and knowing that I didn't realize you'd gone up a size. Great, you've gone up a size. You're in the throes of...
Well, it's just that nothing fits.
Exactly.
I haven't
That would
actually
be
bought
it.
anything because I refuse.
Yeah, and
that's frustrating.
That's very frustrating. So I hear you.
Yeah.
And a lot of women, I don't think men relate as much as women. A lot of women hear you, and they're going through it too, maybe. It takes a long minute for a lot of us to find that right composition of the right amount of hormones and that right food ingredient. We've got the workout. The workout is going to strengthen your body. That's already proven. You want this resistance workout plus this strength, the stretch strength we do here. Or wherever you are, you want to get your strength workout. Let's just keep it at that. So we got a strength. We've got to have nutrition, meaning drop the excess sugar, refined sugar, not the fruits, not all those good things, but drop the excess sugar out of your bodies. And we laugh, and again, it didn't matter. If we were the same age, you couldn't keep up with me nutritionally. I've got more body composition. I can burn more calories than you can.
Right.
And I've got more muscle strength. I'm just bigger,
Yeah.
you know? So you've got to know who you are, find the fun around that. Because I think your body is amazing and gorgeous, and it is. But, unless you know it, it's not.
Right.
Right?
Right.
It's I think it's like this when you're like 12, 13, right? Almost.
Always.
When you're like, oh, what is this
Yeah.
body of mine doing?
What's this change?
What
you
is
fight
this?
it or you embrace it.
Yeah.
And the attitude with which you approach that is going to really impact you. And just taking a moment. I mean, our trainer and our friend Sarah is a nutritionist.
That's right.
And I sat down with her one day, like,
Yeah.
let me talk to you about what I'm eating. Like, she and I have been trying to write a cookbook together. Like,
Right.
I know what I know, and I know how to eat well and fuel my body. Do I do it? No. And it's figuring out why. Do I not wake up in enough time and I run out of the house? And so then I'm here and then I'm not prepared and then I'm starving and then I'm cooking dinner and just mindlessly eating, or we're watching a show.
Right.
I mean, these are just things that I know and need to have some discipline about.
But it's also, and I'll talk to you, it's that one little change, just one or
Exactly.
two small changes. It's not like, okay, and now I just can't do this anymore
Right.
at all. Well, just do a little bit, have a bite before you walk out of protein.
Yeah.
Have a boiled egg in your refrigerator. You certainly left me a bunch of them yesterday. Just have something
prepared.
that is going to take you to the positive side of the journey you're on.
Right.
Which you're in this journey of, becoming a menopausal woman.
Yeah.
Becoming a crone, as they say.
Crone.
Crone is great. So when you have questions, go to your own doctor. And if they're not satisfying your answers, meaning if you're just feeling terrible and you can't handle, you've got weight gain out of control, or you've got depression that's really driving you insane, you can't keep your emotions intact, you feel bad, you're tired, and they're going, well, you just need to get some sleep. Whatever they're saying to you, I don't know. I don't think doctors are that terrible. Maybe they are. But there's answers. There are answers out there. Science. This is a great time to be a woman in many ways, because
True.
finally they're paying attention to us.
Right.
It's menopause month, and that means whether you're in it. I mean, I'm got my PhD in menopause now.
I know, you're great.
A
And that's why
graduate
it's
degree.
important.
I've graduated.
Yeah, to know the other side of it.
Yeah.
And to know that it's not
cannot-
about shriveling up and
No.
quitting. It's about,
No.
you know.
And you see people, especially women my age, walking around breaking their bones, and this has a lot to do with your hormones and your strength training. You can strength train all you want. You can have the best diet all you want. If your hormones aren't there for you, and by the way, strength training increases things like testosterone, all the good things that make you good and healthy. But if you don't have that balance, life is our bodies require balance. And we've got the wherewithal to do that now. So we need to do it. I'm here to tell you, because I'm not going anywhere. I'm 70 years old. I don't know what it's going to be like for the next 10, 20, 30 years. But for me, it's going to be about a constant push for health. Because when I'm healthy, I feel good. And I like life. I'm having a blast.
Me too.
Why would I not have fun?
I do like that. The fountain of health.
Yeah, it is.
That is important.
It is.
That is important. I know I'm not chasing a fountain of youth, but it is when you do feel overall vital, when there's subtle changes, it's weird.
It's weird.
It's weird.
It's weird. It's discerning, if not depressing. Yeah. No, it's like, oh, wait, where did that belly come from? Wait, no, I can't zip up my pants.
Right.
This is tough stuff. We're all with you, baby.
Right. And I think that, bottom line is to focus on that inner health, inner peace of your organs, of your systems, of your brain, of your heart and your soul. And that's what we know is so much more important than what's on the outside skeleton.
But the beauty is when you do all these balance things, what's on the outside is going to show what's on the inside.
Right.
And you're going to go, wow, okay,
That
that's
feels
what I
good.
had to do to get into the whatever. I mean, it really is a big circle.
Yeah.
One leads to the other, it really does. Health, nutrition, balance of your hormones, strength training, specifically Hilliard-Studio method.
Of course.
That's literally why,
Yeah.
it was for Clary for getting married, but my menopausal body just went kabam. And so,
Kabam.
yeah. Anyway,
Well,
are you going to
thank
make
you.
it? Are we going to be all right?
Yes.
Yes, you're going to be okay. I like this outfit. It feels so
You
good.
feel good too.
Mm,
Hey,
yeah,
hey.
That's enough.
All right then, Menopause Awareness Month.
Yes.
Let's keep it going throughout the rest of the months and support each other. Get support from your doctors.
Send us your comments. I'd love to hear some comments on this.
Cool.
one. Yeah. So thank you guys.
I love you so much.
I love you too.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to us today, wherever you get your podcasts. And remember, you can now find our podcast on YouTube.
Yeah. If you liked it, please share, rate, and review. We love 5 stars. And we hope you'll work out with us online or in studio at HilliardStudioMethod.com.